What is happening, guys? Jesse here again. Today we're going to check out this bitchin' lick in the key of E, and it goes like this. Alright, so the lick starts in the E minor pentatonic box that everybody knows and loves, this one. That one, so the first little run up the scale is I use economy picking here in some parts. So the first little phrase goes like this. So that's downstroke on the 14th fret of the D string, downstroke on the 12th fret of the G, upstroke, 14th fret of the G, downstroke on the 14th fret of the D. Then just alternate picking for the next part, which is so 12, 14 on the G, 12, 15 on the B. Then the next part uses some economy picking again, so downstroke on the 14th fret of the G, downstroke on the 12th fret of the B, hammer on to the 15th fret of the B, upstroke on the 12th fret of the high A string, then bending up the 15th fret on the B string to an E note. So altogether slowly, that first little lick should be like so. Alright, so now starts the legato kind of section of the lick. So the idea with this section is where we're hammering on and pulling off on the 12th, 14th and 15th fret of the high E string, the B string and the G string. So it becomes kind of like a blues scale crossed with a Dorian scale. So it's kind of like becomes that sort of sound. So we're going something like that. So there's a few pick strokes and things added in there. Like so. You get the gist. So it's kind of hard to think of which fret numbers and strings and things I'm doing. So I'll just play it slowly for you guys and you should be able to pick it up. But it's all based around 15, 14, 12th fret on the high E string, B string and G strings. So it should go something like this. I think the second time was closer, so there's so we're ending the lick down here on the 14th fret, which is the root note, the E note. Then we're going back up on the G string, 12, 14. Bending up the 14th fret of the G string and grabbing the 15th fret of the B, that classic kind of bluesy sound. Alright, so now we're onto the section that I like to think of as kind of like a falling down the stairs sort of sound, which is like a Steve Vai inspired thing. So in this section it's all just E pentatonic. And we're sliding down on the G string. We're just hitting no particular note, just up around maybe the 15th fret, 16th fret, hitting there and sliding down to the 9th fret. So pulling off to the 7th, then hammering on from nowhere on the D string 9th fret, pulling off to the 7th. So and then we're just repeating the same pattern here A and bottom E strings on the 7th and 5th frets. Going down to the G note here on the 3rd fret, then just sliding back up to the root note on the 7th fret of the A string. And you can pick each string as you change strings if you want. I think I might have done that in the lick. And then to top it all off, I just did an Eddie Van Halen style thing where I'm just tapping out the harmonics on the string. So on the A string, I've got the 7th fret here, and I'm just tapping out the root note, the 5th, and the major 3rd. So like that. So that's what 14, 12, 11th fret. Just tapping with my right hand to get those harmonics. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the lick. Hope you get some use out of that bad boy. And yeah, drop me a comment, thumbs up, all that sort of YouTube jazz. And until next time, rock on. Oh, I got it that time.